All right. Are you ready? Uh-oh. Why aren't we going live here? Go live. All right. Okay. We're live. We're ready to go. All right. Welcome to the Well Dressed Weekly Show, where I go live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we tackle different fashion topics. Today, I'm answering your questions. But let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Afton Porter. I'm a fashion stylist based in Phoenix, Arizona. I offer high-level styling to professional women, and I also coach aspiring stylists. And tonight, the Style and Image Academy doors are closing. They've been open since Friday, and we're going to be closing tonight. So if you have not yet watched the replay, I've actually extended it to go through until tonight at midnight when the doors close. Send me an email if you have any questions. The Style and Image Academy is a total transformation from the inside out. We offer high-level styling. You're going to learn how to style yourself. You can learn how to style others. You will have opportunity for life coaching. We look on the inside, we look on the outside so that you can have confidence, step out into the world, and be able to achieve your dreams. And I love coaching stylists so that they can help other women do the same thing. So, inside the program, it's 12 months where you could actually see some transformation. This is just not a bunch of knowledge. We're going to walk through you with you. It's not a DIY where you do it yourself. No, DIY. No, do it DIY. It's not a do it yourself. Okay, this is a do with you. There are modules inside the program. There is group coaching throughout the week, and there's a one-on-one coaching monthly to make sure that you are getting the direct information that you need, coaching, hand-holding, so that you are able to be successful at whatever your industry is. I want you to be a style icon in your industry, whether you are a designer, whether you are a stylist, whether you are someone that has to be on camera for your own business. So let's get and become style icons inside the Style and Image Academy. It's $500 a month. That's the payment plan. Or you get a 10% discount if you pay in full. And that ends up being $5,400. So excuse me. Let's get into your questions this week. So number one, the first question I got was, I need comfortable shoes that aren't ugly. This is actually a very hard question to answer because, well, first of all, I'm not sure what you would consider ugly or not. I'm going to give you some recommendations, but I know as we age, our arch starts getting lower and we need that extra support on our feet. And it starts causing some other problems if we don't get that support in there. Especially it's miserable to be up on our feet if you're having any pain. So I am so sorry if that is you. I also get asked this from stylists frequently, and because it is a common problem, the fashion industry knows this. There are not any well-designed and beautifully designed shoes that are really great to recommend. So I don't have like a specific shoe that I have to recommend for you. I will say that this is your season, because if you do a Google search on dad sandals, they have some decent support. They're cushiony, they can be supportive, and they aren't designed to be beautiful, but that is what they are. They're dad sandals. They're a little masculine, but they are on trend. You're in style, and maybe you like that type of a shoe, but there are some out there that should be able to support your foot, and wear that this season. Also, white tennis shoes are also on trend. You can wear any white shoe that will give you the support that you need, and then you can get the insoles to go inside if you need additional support. So white trainers is a good other option. Strappy sandals are on trend. You're not going to get a lot of support with those, but you can maybe get one maybe that has an arch if you can find one, and go that route. And then there's also some flip-flops that have some cushion that are on trend also this spring and summer. So those are my best options I have to offer you on shoes. And I'm so sorry. I know that's a hard one. Okay, question 2. Are skinny jeans really out of style? And no, they're just not on trend. So the way that the way that trends go in the fashion world is it's like a bell curve. They'll start off here. You can't see that. They'll start off here, and then they'll slowly climb to popularity where more and more people are wearing them. You'll reach the height of the trend, and then it will slowly go back down the bell curve of people stopping to wear them to eventually there's not very many people wearing them. Okay, for you to wear skinny jeans right now, you're like past the top, like they're past the peak, but it's over here. Okay, there's still a lot of women wearing them, especially older women who, you've got your jeans, you're not having to buy new ones, and you've got your rhythm, you know how to style them, you know how they look on you, and so forth. So the way that the trends work is I'm going to just totally predict that when skinny jeans came out, they were coming up like here. The younger generation was wearing them, the younger people, and you weren't. You were still wearing your bell bottoms, you were still wearing your boot cut pants, and you loved them. You knew how to style them. You knew how to make them look good on you, okay? And after you saw them for a while, people wearing them, then you're like, okay, I'm going to try some skinny jeans. I'm going to try these on. And then you fell in love with them. You wore them for a few years, and now all of a sudden they've fallen off the trend. They're not at the peak anymore. And they're gonna, the wider bottoms, the straight legs, the boot cut and the bell bottoms are back. And it's okay if you're not wearing all those jeans right now. But what's going to happen is you're going to slowly start seeing them again, and you're going to be okay. I promise you. You're going to wonder, and I did a quote on this a while ago, like you're going to ask yourself, why did I hold on to those skinny jeans so tight? They're fine to wear. They're actually not the most flattering for us women who have some curves. They're just not the most flattering, but you've gotten used to looking at them and used to seeing them, and now you're like, I love them. Okay. But you haven't always. I promise, if you remember back a few years ago, the cycle of a trend is about 7 years on average. And then they're going to cycle in a new one. So we're cycling in, and there's going to be still a lot of people wearing them, and it's fine. Wear them if you love them. Maybe experiment with some other ones, okay? But the way to look when you're styling yourself, what you're really wanting to do is create balance. And the thing about skinny jeans, if you have hips here, right? Like this is your hip area. And then the skinny jeans comes down, and they go in. And that's not the most flattering look. It's actually more flattering if you have it more balanced with the top area. So the wider your hips are, the wider the bell bottom or the wider the pant leg will look best on you. Your eye has just been trained the last several years to get used to that skinny jean, and it will take some time. It will take some people longer to adjust to the new trends than others, and it's okay. Okay, wherever you feel comfortable is totally fine. The key is that you feel beautiful in what you're wearing. We're not going to worry about what other people say and whatever, what the trends are. But you know, for us working women, where we need to stay relevant, especially if you're trying to influence the younger generation. If you're wearing something in 10 years from now that's out, they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to feel a connection. So especially if you're working with younger people, it's going to be important that you stay more on trend for the social, personal reasons. Okay. But skinny jeans, straight leg are great, bootleg are great. So straight leg is a great transition pant. If you're, you know, if you're ready to get a new pair of pants and you want to get something a little bit more on trend, straight leg is a great way to go to transition from the skinny jean. All right. How can I hide my menopause belly? Okay, so often what happens is as we age, our bodies just naturally expand. Your weight might actually not even change, but your hips just naturally expand, and some women experience a menopause belly. So one of the ways that you can do to hide that this spring is just bring your waist. So the key is to create a body shape that is like the shape of an X. So you have your shoulders or your bust line, and then you want it to come in to create a waist. So you're creating a shape, and then it comes back out. So people who are straight have to create an illusion. People who are naturally the shape of an hourglass just want to keep it as it is. You don't want to mess it up. It's easy to create an unbalance. So if you have the natural hourglass or the X shape, then you're going to want to just try to keep that balance. And then with the menopause belly, it's going to be harder because you may not have a waist. So you just want to, or you won't want to highlight your belly if you're trying to hide it. So what you're going to want to do is bring up your waist. You're going to find the smallest area around in your torso. If it's not your belly, then just keep going up. It's usually like your rib cage above the belly button is often the smallest area. Go as high as you feel comfortable and use that as your waist. So create a line at that point is one way. Another way is column dressing, where you could have the same color on the top and the bottom, and then you have a layering piece that kind of just covers over it, and they don't see it. They just see a column. Columns are nice and tall and the same from top to bottom. So it kind of hides if you feel like your belly is bigger, then it will hide that and just kind of conceal some of that area. Let's see. Another way is don't highlight that area. So one way to, what was the word? Hide, is to not highlight. So if you have anything that hits right at your belly, do not wear that, because you're creating a line that's pointing right at that area that you're wanting to conceal. So no shirt's going to hit you right there at your belly. No jackets are going to hit you there. Sweaters, cardigans, jackets, nothing. Okay. It's always going to go lower than your belly till you passed the fullness area that you want to cover. Okay. So hopefully those, try incorporating those suggestions and let me know how that goes for you. Is pink in style this season? Yes, 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 and yes, all colors pink, bubblegum pink especially, bright pink, neon pink are all on trend, but basically you are probably seeing, if you're able to go out and to go shopping, all different shades of pink. Pink is in this season, so you're going to see a lot of pink as you go out and as you shop and go out and about. Okay, how to be fashionable on a budget. Okay, so if you won't buy the item on sale, if you won't pay full price for an item, don't buy it on sale. But sales are a great way to save some money. But as you're being financial conscious with your money, be sure to know that you're not just basing the decision on buying it by price, that you actually would pay more for the item if you needed to, if you had to. If you would not pay more for the item, then do not buy it on sale. This goes for thrifting and secondhand stores. Thrifting is a great way to save money. You can go, and it's great for the environment. It's great for, not purchasing fast fashion. Well, at least not in the stores as they're being made. Thrifting is kind of sustainable. If you're familiar, there's a sustainability problem in the fashion industry, but thrifting is a great way to save money, find great pieces, and be creative with reusing them. I have a daughter that is super creative individual, and she loves to thrift. In fact, I think that's that's not the only thing that she likes to buy her clothes, but she buys probably at least 75% of her closet from thrifting. She absolutely loves it. It's a great way to save money. And then there's also, look for secondhand stores that have maybe higher end items that you don't want to pay like the higher end price. If you're here in Phoenix, or if you live in Washington, those are the two places that I have lived, and this is available. Nordstrom has a place called Last Chance, and you can buy Nordstrom clothing that they've over purchased, or there's returns there to damaged pieces, but most of it's not oversold, or they overbought for the stores and they're wanting to put them out. You can get designer pieces at a fraction. I mean, we're talking Goodwill prices at Last Chance for these wonderful designer items. So that is an option. If you're in Phoenix, where I live, or you're in Seattle, Washington, they have Last Chance, but look for places like that. Those consignment places are everywhere, and get to know. Usually those are owned by individuals. They're not big stores like Target and Walmart, or even other stores like Nordstrom or whatever. They are ran by individuals that are able to, you can get to know them, be friends with them, find out what they're bringing in. You can get on their good list. Okay, they can call you if a certain thing comes in, if they're able to find it. Build relationships with your local consignment stores, especially if you are a stylist. You need to know who owns those consignment stores. There's some people that would love to hire you to find those unique pieces at a great price, especially like vintage type, and being aware of what those are. So when you go to these secondhand stores and you find an awesome vintage piece that's actually way more valuable, they don't even know. Those are always like treasures in there. So don't buy something just because it's on sale, but if you would pay full price for it, buy it on sale. Look for the sales, follow the trends of the sales of your stores, get to know your consignment owner, employees, the ladies that work in there, build relationships with them. And okay, so another thing other than thrifting in that way is, and those 5 questions, I actually did a video on this, how to save money by asking yourself these 5 questions before you purchase. I'm going to go ahead and link that below. But capsule wardrobe, if you're on a tight budget, having a capsule wardrobe is a really good idea. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I'm really good at creating them for my clients. And a capsule wardrobe is having a few bottom pieces, and then a limited number of tops, and they each have to match at least 3 of the tops. So each of the bottoms have to match at least 3 of the tops. You have a limited amount of tops. You have a couple like 2 neutrals, and then pick like 3 colors and coordinate them all. It is a little bit more boring. You could go the route of all basics, because all basics, go. But if you pick 3 colors and they also, are complementary colors and you're able to coordinate and do a lot more with them and color block and all the things, you can have some amazing outfits with the capsule wardrobe. But it is a good option if you have a limited space where you can't purchase, that many items, or you're just a minimalist at heart, or you're on a budget, and then you can just really invest in some really good quality pieces that are your base and that you can wear in and out. All right, how to keep track of what you have worn. Okay. This question, how to keep track of what you've worn, there are a couple things. I know I've heard people turning the hangers around. I can't stand that because I like all my hangers going the same direction. I like them all facing the same direction because on mine there is a name on it. And so if it's not the right direction, it bugs me. I have to fix it. They're all wooden. If they were backwards, it would just drive me crazy. And I don't have OCD. I just like my closet a certain way for whatever reason. But so I don't do the backwards thing, but you can get hanging tags, a simple way, but it's a little bit, if you're okay with seeing little tags, and they're cute, they're just little tags. You can get them on Amazon and hang them on your clothes. You can put them on all your clothes. As you have worn them, you take them off. And then you set the calendar to check it again, 3 months, which is about 1 season. 6 months is a spring, summer, winter, fall, and then within the year. So you could check them that way. Also, there's an app called Style. It's the Style Book, right? Yeah, Style Book app. And I love this app because it's a little daunting getting all your clothes into the app. But what you do is what I recommend, anyone that's really wanting to keep track of the clothes that they wear and then getting rid of the ones they don't, is as you pull an outfit together, as you plan either for the week, like I like to plan on Sunday, or as you plan the night before, or heck, after you've taken it off, if you had no idea you're going to wear it that day, you take a picture of it, you put it in the app. You could actually put the outfit together and it goes on the day. Like if you are, going to work, you're an attorney and you go to work every day and you want to keep track of your outfits, it looks very professional. You can put your outfits together down, your purse, your accessories, and all the things. And it will tell you how many times you have worn that piece. You could put the price of it. I think the app is like $4 one-time fee, but you put the price of what you paid for the shirt and it will tell you what the value is of how many times you wear it if you keep it going for a while. So it's a great way to keep track of what you've worn, how much you've paid for each of those outfits for each wearing. If you pay for, buy something on sale, but you don't wear it, it hangs in your closet with the tags on, it's not doing you, it doesn't matter how much you paid for it. It's still a very expensive piece. Whereas you buy a high quality item, pay a little bit more, but over the years, the more times you've worn it, you've brought in that price down for that item. And so keeping track of even how often, how many times you wear something is very valuable. So just keep track in the app or get the hanging tags. Those are both great ways to keep track of how often you wear something. And so hopefully that answers your question. And then the last question I had was, I think that was that was the last question. All right. Just a reminder, tonight is the last night to get into the Style and Image Academy, where you can learn how to style yourself. You can learn how to style others. There's training all inside the modules. You get group coaching during the week. You get monthly one-on-one coaching. This coaching will help with your fashion business, with your styling business, with your own style. If maybe you have your own business, but you just want to learn how to style yourself really well, the one-on-one coachings for that. There's life coaching in there for a total transformation from the inside out so that you can become an icon in your industry. So if you are ready to get started and you haven't yet, today the door is closed. The video replays are coming down. The link should be working through tonight. I extended it one more day so you could watch those replays from the fashion event we had last weekend. If you didn't have a chance to watch those, let me know, contact me, and I will get those to you as soon as possible. The whole 12-month program is, if you pay in full, it's $5,400, or the monthly payment is $500 a month. And I hope that you will join us. Bring your fashion business in, learn how to become a style icon, learn how to style, learn how to get your styling business up and profitable, get your offer written and ready to go. And contact me if you have any questions. I will love to help you. I hope you'll join me. Go to aftonporter.com/academy to get started today. All right. Have a good night. Love ya.